Hi everyone, and welcome to my new subscribers. Very happy to have you on board. So I actually just did a reading and I was about 10 minutes into it, and I was told, and I did say at the start of that reading, that I was praying and connecting to your energy, and I was told to use these decks and to use 3, 3, and 3. And I went rogue and kept going with this deck because I like it, because it's fun. And I went to keep going with it, and the cards just flew everywhere. And I thought, can I fix this? Can I fix this? Can I fix this? And I couldn't. There was just no way I could fix it. So I'm having to do a second reading, but I did learn my lesson. So I've reshuffled them. I'm going to do 3, 3, and 3, and I'm just going to do what I've been asked to do and not go rogue, not go off script. All right. Not as chatty now, though. Okay. All right. Maybe that's a good thing. 1, 2, 3. Maybe I did you all a favor. Okay. All right. 3 cards, please. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Wait, what's this? I did just see. No, it's not what I saw. I saw the Ace of Swords. There it is. Why do you want to come out? We got some truth bombs coming out. You know, I was actually told. Sorry, I just remembered something. I was actually just told. Where's my other deck? Oh, God. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Yes, I was told yesterday. Just relating to the last reading I did. For those of you who didn't see it, maybe go and see it so it makes sense to you. Where are we? Please don't take too long. Okay, that card came out. Truth came out. That's all I need for now, and there was a patience one here. In my last reading I did, this came out. And then we had happiness and some really other beautiful, auspicious cards there. But I was actually told afterwards that this is also referring to some truth bombs that are coming out. For some of you. And for some of you, you might be receiving them, but also for some of you, you might be giving them. And it wasn't told to me until later that evening. So I did the reading in the morning, and later that evening, God interrupted me, completely stopped me in my tracks to show me this and tell me that. And it's funny because I had given somebody a truth bomb. Hours earlier I had, and I didn't even think about this because it was forgotten. I do the readings and then I forget about them. But yeah, it was a truth bomb that had to come out. Very interesting. And for some of you as well, so the patience card, what God was explaining to me was that it's worth taking the time to think about whether or not you need to speak a truth. Yeah. And is there a way that you could say it so that it's not delivered quite so harshly? Yeah. Or does it really need to be delivered in that way? So it's just about taking time to think about it before you express yourself to someone. Have a think about whether it needs to be said, and if so, you know, is there a better way you could say it? And God was explaining this to me. Okay. All right, I'm going to reshuffle them just quickly, just to kind of loosen up the energy again. All right. Okay, but we'll start with this deck. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8. Whoa, okay. That's why I don't like this deck. This is I call it my Loki deck. It's like Loki is in Thor's brother, not Loki. Why are we seeing an Empress? Well, the Empress will balance. How do I say it? She will, sorry, my words aren't coming to me so much at the moment. It's more of a sensation. She will take the time and weigh it up. Yeah, weigh it up in her head. Or his head. It's just referring to somebody who's in a very beautiful, loving, kind of grounded. I'm feeling very grounded in this sense. Energy. Who leads with kindness. But also does not hold back from telling the truth when it needs to be told. But it's, 2 of Pentacles. Weigh it up. Is it worth saying? Is it worth saying? And if it is, you know, how could you say it for minimal impact, I guess? 1, 2, 3. But I do want to reiterate, it's really coming out. It's really coming out quite strongly now. If it needs to be said and it has to be said, there's no way you can say it in a nice way. And you feel like you would be compromising on, what do I want to say? You'd be compromising on your values. If you feel like you'd be compromising on your values and you just are not willing to do that, then yeah, say it. 1, 2, 3, 4. What? I don't know. Yeah, say it. 8 of Wands. Say it. Hello, King of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4. What is going on? I can't shuffle this deck. Why do we have an Ace of Pentacles? I mean, I'm looking at it and I honestly feel like it's coming at me. I feel like it's almost going to come off the card and come right at me. And I'm feeling it in my heart chakra, actually. That's where I'm feeling it. My heart it feels like it's about to beat out of my chest at this point. So whatever it is, it's beautiful. I know it's a pentacle. It just doesn't feel pentacly to me. And the Empress came out too, yeah? She's very much in her emotions, but in a very healthy way. She has a handle on her emotions, but it doesn't mean that she doesn't feel them. Okay, all right. This reading is just really, it's perplexing me. I don't know what's going on right now. 1, 2, 3. It's got no structure. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Thank you. We at least have a decent shuffle. 4 of Swords. Okay. I'm feeling that as healing, though. And more often than not, when I look at this card, I do pay attention to the heart, and I say that the heart's outside of her. No, I'm feeling healing. Hey, it even rhymes. I'm feeling healing. She's pretty content there. The Hangman, nothing much might be happening right now on the surface. There's a lot of beautiful things going on energetically. We have 2 of Swords. Why do we have a 2 of Swords there? That's a King of Swords. We have somebody who has had or will have a very important decision to make. I'm drawn to the fact that he's got the sword in his left hand. I've never noticed that before. Might be left-handed. This might be speaking to somebody who's left-handed. But he seems pretty cool, calm, and collected to me. And he doesn't usually. I don't know. I'm just noticing his hair's blowing in the wind, and I usually see him as a bit broody and sometimes moody, but I'm not feeling him that way. I don't know. Even the way he's sitting, that's a pretty chilled body language, isn't it? I feel like it's a big decision, but he's come to peace with it. He knows he has to make it. He or she. Yeah. Because it's pretty obvious at this point that it's going to lead to happiness. You can't really avoid that sun. That actually reminds me of a picture my son drew. I know I always talk about my son's drawings, but it is connected to this. He actually drew, and he doesn't know about any of this stuff that I'm doing or what I'm talking to you about, but he drew a flower yesterday. And the flower, and it was all orange around the flower. And I said, why? And he said, because that's the sun. And I said, but it's down here. He said, yeah, it's just the sun's everywhere. It's all over the flower. And that's kind of what it is. It's like it's all over you. There's a truth that is just all over you. And you or the person you're connected to has come to peace with it. You're okay with it now. Big decision leading to very big joy. You know, what's not to say yes to? All right, anyway, you said 3. All right, we'll do 3 of these now. So now it's just about how we're going to get the job done. Yeah, that's all it is. It's, yeah, I made my choice. Now, what do we need to do? What steps do we need to take? And maybe now the logic will take over a little bit in order to get the job done. Because I do think of the Empress as, you know, she sort of lives in like that twilight zone where it's, you know, it's the twilight zone that exists between logic and emotion, you know. It's like a pretty magical place, actually. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Why didn't that feel right? I never like shuffling this deck, but he's asked me to use this deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right. What do you want to say to them? Purgatory. Well, that is interesting. That I didn't even know that card was in this deck. And 4 of Swords, well, I suppose it is a bit of a purgatory card, but what are you talking about? Are we still cleaning up some of the mess? Sophia. Hang on. Don't know that card either. Gratitude. Right. The Judgment. Yay. The Judgment. I was told, and I know I've talked about this in a reading previously. I think it was maybe three readings ago. I was told that this year is really going to divide, I guess, the world between people who stay stuck in old patterns and people who are brave and make big choices. And for a lot of those people, it's going to be going towards something or a new way of living that you've never experienced before. It really is a leap of faith. And the world is going to be divided between those who choose comfort and maybe tradition and what feels safe, and those who are able to move even though they're blindfolded. And God often has shown me, actually, myself in visions like this. Not with the crows, but with the blindfold. And what he's saying is, you can't see where you're going, and I'm not going to let you. You just got to keep walking anyway and trust. That's the whole point of it all. And so I feel like I just didn't expect that it was going to come out in this reading, that's all. It's the only reason it threw me off. But I understand what's being said now, because it makes sense with the Two of Swords as well. So for some people, where they're going to be left, I suppose, is a kind of purgatory, yeah? Doesn't mean that they've lost their chance. You know, when you go to hell, then that's it, you're screwed. You don't get out of hell. But purgatory is a state of being where you, I suppose, you're neither in that state of joy, you're not in heaven, but you're also not in anguish, you're not in hell. And there are still things to be learned. So for those who choose the Four of Swords, I suppose, who choose not to act, there is still more healing going on. And I did say it felt like healing to me. I just misunderstood what was meant by the healing. Some people will need further healing after 2026, yeah? The ones who choose not to do anything. I'm not going to lie to you, I don't even know why Sophia's here. I mean, it's a lovely flower and it's purple, and I could talk about the color purple, but I have in many of my readings and I don't feel like it. So I'm just going to leave it. It might be for someone. There you go. Maybe one of your name is Sophia. I don't know. Who knows? But I have nothing to say about it, so I'm not going to. All right, let's do 3 more. 1, 2, 3. I completely forgot the gratitude, by the way. I did forget it. I mean, I forgot to talk about it. I saw it and then just forgot to talk about it. And I want to say that the more things you are grateful for, the more things you're going to keep being given to make you grateful. Because it's a little bit like, you know how anger sort of feeds off itself? Gratitude does as well, actually. I find sometimes when I forget to do it for a couple of days and then I start it up again, it's slow and it feels sort of a little laborious. But then when I start doing it every day again, I just find it just rolls off the tongue, and then there's more and more and more and more. And some days it almost feels like I can't stop. So get the momentum going with your gratitude. If you haven't been doing it for a while, get back into it. Might be a bit of a slow start, but it'll build up. It gains momentum. All right, and just to confirm what we were talking about over here with the healing, on the back of the deck we do have the healing. Okay, 3 more please. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, I don't feel right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay. Now, freedom. That's getting out of purgatory. Purification, for those who stay. Yeah, more healing is required. And happiness. Wow. Okay. Yeah. What do I say about that? I do feel a little bit lost for words. You've probably noticed that. That's okay. I mean, some days I press record and I just have so much to say. That's not the case today. I feel, there we go. I just had to get into his shoes. That's all. Just took a moment to get into his shoes. All right. I feel like I've just entered his body. Someone is standing at the top, obviously metaphorically speaking. Someone's standing at the top of a mountain, and they've got a very big decision to make. And as I said, they're going to have to take a leap of faith, so to speak. It's a big jump. Big jump. But the thing is, if they don't jump, they're going to remain, see, hangman, they're going to remain in this state of purification. Yeah. So there's going to be a lot more healing required from past lives, this life, whatever it is that's stopping them. For some, it will be fear. It's still something you have to be purified from. Fear, greed, attachments, whatever it is. More purification will need to be done, okay? So they're either going to be stuck in the Ganges, stuck in purgatory, so to speak, or if they take the jump, right? See, here's your crossroads. If they take the jump, it leads to happiness, okay? I know where I'd rather be. And the gratitude card wants to come out again because they will be so grateful that they did it. If this is for you and you are deciding right now whether to take the jump, please do. I don't know how many more readings I can possibly do on this. Stay in prayer. I feel very driven to say that to you. Stay in prayer. Don't just listen to me though. I mean, if nothing else in your life is pointing to this being for you, then, or even just email me, okay? You can send me a little email and I'll do a personal reading for you. Because I also don't want to be responsible for somebody making a decision that, maybe it's not time for them, okay? But I am talking to somebody who, your life, so I was shown yesterday a kitchen. And I was showing someone in the kitchen, but this is not going to be for every one of my viewers. It's really important that you understand that because I do have, quite a large group. Obviously not comparatively speaking. I know that on YouTube, some of these channels have, thousands of people watching, but still it can't all be for you always. But I was shown someone in a kitchen and they had spring cleaned the kitchen and it was impeccable, and they'd been doing it for a really long time. Purification, a lot of cleaning, and God said, stop cleaning, it's clean now, it's clean. And the kitchen was a metaphor for your soul, basically. It's clean. Whatever you've done in past lives, in this life, you've grown. You are free from that. So for some of you, this is another message as well. From this purification process, you are free. You don't need to hold on to the shame of who you might have been in the past. You've rectified everything. And the person you are now, this is what I was told, the person you are now is somebody who your output into the world is overwhelmingly positive, okay? So if that's you, if you are somebody who, if you look at yourself, your output into this world is overwhelmingly positive, then yes, I'm talking to you. This reading is for you. Okay, you can safely take that jump, okay, because it's going to lead to happiness. I think that's it. If I can think of anything else later on, this is a bit of a strange reading. It doesn't feel like my readings usually feel. It does feel a little unfinished. But I'm going to leave it out here actually. And if I think of anything or something comes to me, I'll just add it in the comments section. All right, anyway, otherwise, I will see you all on Tuesday.